Interplanetary War. The Bastards enter battle over the fate of Zarg Moon. Outside the atmosphere, Cleo and Z use their appropriated Terran bomber to turn against the Imperial forces and protect the Craw City. Meanwhile, Herodotus and his fleet lead the enraged Terran leader, Admiral Larky, towards Zarg Castle for a final showdown. Starring Dr. Z, a psychic jellyfish-like alien, versed in the arts of hacking and medicine, who pilots a gelatinous nanotech suit. Cleo, the Ursine explosives expert, an immense bipedal bear creature armed to the teeth and not adverse to risk-taking. And Herodotus, a decorated military officer, dedicated to claiming the throne of Zarg Moon. Together they are the Backwater Bastards. Welcome back, everybody, to a curiously packaged protocol
droid C-3PO. Hilarious joke.
Exactly. That is also a story tabletop game called The Backwater Bastards in space.
Freefall. I mean space.
In space.
So last time.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Where were we? The Bastards had escaped from Larky's ship, and they immediately split up. Herodotus leading the chasing ships on a wild goose chase off towards Zarg Castle.
Indeed.
While Cleo, Dr. Z, and Trevor rather stealthily hung around the battlefield and commandeered a bomber.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
We ejected them, the previous crew.
Yeah, you just jettisoned them off in the escape pod.
Bearclaw.
I would like to request at least 2 gold star stickers for the fact that we did not kill them.
We didn't
I'm
kill
impressed.
them.
I think.
I think
we don't know
Trevor
what happened to them after they ejected, but
You
that would not be our
you
fault.
didn't even let a fight start. You actually full blown Metal Gear Solid stealthed your way through that.
And
we did.
On listening back to it, we also showed off to Trevor hey, look at us not doing the violent thing.
I was proud of that.
I'm sure he was. I love the idea of wanting extra points for not brutally murdering people. It is very the
Yeah,
bastards.
because usually
We didn't
it
murder
go that
hobo
way.
this. We fucking did it differently.
I mean, at a certain point, when you're in a war, it's probably not murder hoboing.
Right, yeah, fair enough.
Isn't it though?
We're constantly evolving, okay?
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys did start the war, but
Fog of War.
What?
We didn't start the war.
No, we didn't start it.
No.
Lucky.
Lucky
Whoa.
betrayed us.
this is
Yeah.
true.
We
Yeah,
didn't,
I'm saying
we
we
didn't
did.
start
You guys
war with
were-
the Craw, which
You
then
guys were
led
just
to
trying
a
to do a hostile takeover.
Yeah,
actually,
that's it.
weren't you?
That's like
Stealth
Totally
mission.
different. Totally
very
different.
yeah, man.
Benefits most people.
Yeah.
But also, in that process
We've been
as
very
well,
good, boy.
Dr. Z hacked into the communications of the Craw down below,
Yeah,
who have been taking
Yeah.
serious bombardment. They seem to have retreated, for the most part, either into the outskirts of the city or into, there's a big central building with a large shield over it, which is getting bombarded the hardest. Also, of course, the Terran forces are beginning to land infantry down on the moon now.
Mm-hmm.
But Dr. Z managed to get in contact with them, and they are, at least, for now, allies. As
sent
they
some
are-
help.
Yeah, they've sent some help while you're taking out these ships. So you've got, although you're being tailed by just a mass of little ships chasing after you, there's a comparable number of Craw ships now tailing them as well, making it a lot harder for them to deal with you, as you have taken out 3 out of 6 landing platforms for the bombers. Which, if you can take out all the landing platforms, the bombers have only got their existing payloads, and then no more bombs will be dropped, which would actually pretty much save the parts of the city that haven't already been occupied.
Oh, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
Meanwhile, Herodotus met up with Crispy and the cooks, the droids
God,
in
yes.
their big
Fuck,
stealth
they were
ship,
cool.
and their melee form of ship-to-ship combat.
Fuck
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like
cool.
pirates, they board you and just chop everything up. Along with Clan Zarg and the remainder of the fleet, having a little bit of a fight, and they've managed to take out a fair few. They've shot down a fighter. They've made another fighter surrender,
Yeah, boy.
and they got 2 of the cruisers to just completely crash into one another and just rain down exploding. Herodotus also videoed that and sent it to all the Terran forces so they can all see exactly what's happening.
And evoked my right to the throne and invited them all to dessert.
Videogram.
Meanwhile, Larky is sort of looking worse and worse, getting more and more flustered. Larky is claiming that the Craw have surrendered. That Terrans just have to stay firm because he's about to win the day for them, and certainly don't listen to that dread bandit king Herodotus. And meanwhile, Larky,
Can you imagine? Oh, it's so embarrassing.
on board his great gleaming white and gold pearlescent landing ship, along with an escort of cruisers and transports and fighters, are all now following Herodotus and his party back towards Zarg Castle.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where we're up to.
How many ships are on my side, and how many ships are following?
So you're greatly outnumbered, in terms of ship combat. So you've got the Grey Dragon, which has got Hazel and Deldridge both manning the guns in there and being flown by Billy Boy. You've got the Hero that Manny is flying and shooting from. You yourself are commanding the personal Pan, and there's also Sasha and Trish, the twins, and Anna, the stealthy assassin, flying your 3 Zarg fighter ships as well. So that's all you've got. You 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ships.
Okay, and how many are coming after us?
So they've got seven cruisers, along with what looks like somewhere in the vicinity of 20, more than you can count while they're all flying at you, fighters.
But how far away is Herodotus from the castle?
So Herodotus has got a decent head start.
Oh, okay,
and he's got the terrain on his side, because they vanished off into a cloudy gully. So he can presumably get, if he flies straight to Castle Zarg, he can get there before the rest of them. But the big thing is, if he can convince them to approach the castle within the atmosphere, they can be shot by the anti-air guns, which suddenly turns the tide significantly. But if he gets cornered or into a fight, he's could be in trouble. I mean, the shields are back up on the Pan, so he can at least take one load of bombardment, but
when I was listening
Not
back
two.
to this, I loved that the flying in a clouded gully was a thing, because I was thinking, wouldn't they have radar, or wouldn't they have some type of thermal thing? But then I was like, no, obviously tech would be so high that any kind of thing that could happen could also be countered. So it would just go back to being visual.
It's also it makes it more fun.
Makes it
from a
more
gaming
fun, of course. Yeah, of course.
That's the big one. It's if we just had everything with the most logical high tech technology, if we've got into fucking basically what amounts to teleportation that these spaceships can do.
Backup cams for everyone.
Yeah, the reality of what could be possible is way too high to be fun.
But that's what I thought was interesting, because you'd have the tech to do it, but then also you'd develop the tech to cancel that as well.
Yeah,
so
the VPN of this.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
basically,
yeah.
I just
NordVPN.
look at
NordVPN.
Star Wars and I go, Star Wars physics,
Sponsor us.
Hurry up,
Please.
NordVPN.
But yeah, that does make loads of sense. So maybe if you got shot in the wrong place, suddenly they're properly on our radars now.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if you can hide from them while you've got all your scatter things going, they are still gonna have to rely on spotting you.
I'm thinking about what to do next, and I'm a little uncertain, because either I could peel off the fighters and have them do a sort of strafing attack on that enemy. I assume that they're arriving in formation, or are they coming at fucking they? I mean, how bloodthirsty are these Imperials at this point?
They're coming in a formation. So they've got fighters around the front, and they've got right up the back. They've got all their transports, because their transports are just to take the castle once they can take out the guns. One might assume.
All right.
And then right in the middle, they're flying almost like a school of fish. I'm thinking it's just this wad.
Okay.
A wad.
Because
wow.
And they're all sort of flying around with Larky's ship in the center.
Right. I'm thinking the old dictum, divide and conquer. So I'm wondering if I should try and be clever here. You said there were 6 ships other than the personal pan, or with the personal pan?
Including the personal pan, yeah.
Including the personal pan. Okay. All right. Let's let the doctor and the bear do their thing.
And you can continue to think about what's going on. And it's also
I'm gonna have to let this percolate a little bit.
Yeah, depending how they're going as well. The actual the warfare tide might be turning, which means they might be able to even call you up and be like, hey, we've got Craw reinforcements coming, or all sorts of potential things, So
yeah, good point.
It's
Okay,
true.
refresh my memory on what we're doing.
So you guys are in one of these pendulous, like skyscraper-y bomber ships.
Yes.
So you've got Trevor is flying. You have been manning the bombs. Dr. Z is sitting in a gun turret and also like holding communications with the craw. So Trevor's been just like doing his fancy flying to get you into position to drop bombs and take out these reloading stations. And you've taken out 3 of them. There are 3 left, but you only have 2 bombs left in your bomber
That's
payload.
right. That's right.
Cleo's in the bomb seat.
Yeah, she's in the bomb seat.
Hot seat.
The bomber
Hot
seat.
seat. Hot seat.
Hot seat.
Hot seat.
Hot
Hot seat.
And there was some hot gas just before, so it's an extra spicy hot seat right now.
Something like that. Something might have happened. We don't know. Okay, so shit, this is big
Yes.
because we the last time we really decimated some of these things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we
And
had
now-
the element of surprise with us then, right?
Yes,
That's
the first
fair.
2 you kind of got as a freebie. The third one did actually require like a series of dice rolls involving all the different things, all the different moving parts, but you still pulled it off
Mhm.
pretty easily. But the final 3, well, you do have the advantage now that the craw are also helping you. So that's
Cleo, Trevor.
Yeah.
yes, Doctor.
Yes, how's the battle looking out there?
And I'll also roll just a d20 for perception to try and see formations, fightings, things of that nature in the maps.
Well, I don't know, Doctor. I've got my hands full with this lot. He's sort of like, motioning behind with one thumb to the trailing swarm of Terran fighters that are just
Shit, it's like Ender's Game.
following you.
Well, I mean, I got 2 big ones loaded on this ship, and I got like 24 of my own in this here bag, and I got the nuke.
Can you imagine just dropping a bag out of space? It's one of them like colorful, like the ones where everyone has it. It's got that circle logo. And it
It's like a
This looks like a
backpack.
normal bag. You don't
backpack
realize
just
it's got like a crazy amount of fucking explosives in it.
down.
This just looks like a kid's backpack.
Yeah.
Why would they send that?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I guess I'll bring up a map. I sadly only rolled a 9 on my perception, but I'll still bring up a map and try and pull up the remaining targets for us to
So
decide
in terms of what's going on in this fight, there are too many ships for you guys to actually keep an eye on, and certainly
Right.
too many for you to deal with on your own.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of these reloading stations, you've
It's
actually
not too
taken
many
out half
ships
of,
for bombs to
You've
deal
taken
with.
out half of them.
Mhm.
So although there's like maybe some like 100 bombers, they all rely on these 6, or there are 3 now, mini stations.
Mhm.
Well, they're big stations, but so if you can take those out, you are effectively disarming the bombers. At the same time, all the fighters actually rely on the mothership. So there's the mothership up above, where all the fighters are coming because they're dogfighting, then they come back in and get their shields renewed, and then come back into the fight.
Cool. Well, I have 2 more payload bombs loaded into the ship, so I could try to continue taking out the refueling stations,
Mm-hmm.
but they may not touch the 3rd one if they even take out these next 2, so we'll have to have a special magical plan for the 3rd one. But for now, I can just
I mean, it's
load up another bomb.
almost like someone came up with these numbers to give you an almost simple plan, but force you to think for one little moment.
Damn it. It's almost like someone did that to us. So, I guess it's time to load up number 4.
All right, I'm gonna try and get round the other side then, get away from these guys, and give you a moment to fire. Trevor is pulling out his fancy flying again, and see how he does.
All right.
Oh, we got 15.
Nice.
That's
Okay,
all right.
Trevor.
I mean, Trevor is like as good as pilots come,
I believe in
and
him.
he does a thing where he starts flying straight at the station. All the Terrans are pulling up long before he does, even though they're behind him. They're just like, whoa, what are you doing? But then he skids around and pulls around to the far side of it, giving those precious few seconds required for Cleo to make the bombing run.
I'll do some covering fire in the gun.
Whew. I'm busier than a cat covering crap on a marble floor over here, but I got myself a window. I think we should lose one.
That's not good covering.
That's not a
fire.
good covering fire. That is obvious fire.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna loose one anyway. So
Oh,
I mean, it'd be rude not to, really.
yeah.
Would be.
it would be.
You got it.
Oh. Wait. Okay, I will roll a 100 now because I got a natural one.
Bail, we need to get off the ship.
And it's a 67 out of 100%.
Oh, man. I guess like it's a 1 in 20 chance. Like I should have known this is the sort of thing that could happen, but I did not.
One day
Imagine.
we'll learn that.
Yeah.
But probably not. I don't think we'll ever learn that, truly.
Never.
Because what's the point, right? You gotta go for it.
You gotta shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot. So we did.
We shot a shot and it didn't shoot.
Sometimes when you shoot your shot, you shoot for a moon, but you miss and you still land inside a star and burn up.
Yeah.
That's how that goes, right? What is that, Michael Jordan quote?
That's a classic Michael Jordan quote, yeah.
Did he really say that?
Yeah, he did. Of course he said it.
Anyway, Cleo. You line up this shot. You're almost a bit blasé about it. You've just done 3 perfect bombing things. So you get this thing going. You go for it, but you make a small mistake. There's a little bit of a margin for error. But basically, I guess it's sort of a clumsy bear paw kind of moment. You do that that thing like as you push the button. You're supposed to be holding the joystick firmly like the end of the route, but you kind of pull the joystick back a little bit as you push the button, and that completely changes the end destination of this thing. And it changes the end destination of this thing to exactly where you all are in your bomber right now.
Uh-oh.
Well.
And as the explosive comes out, it fires out, it's shooting. It's going relatively slow. It's going the same speed basically as a ship. And it goes down towards the thing, but then starts pulling up and doing a loop away from its intended target back towards you.
Okay, so it's coming back towards us.
And you know that.
I understand that. I understand trajectory.
You've messed up, and you've messed up in almost the worst possible way. At least you didn't detonate it inside and instantly kill you. But,
Wow.
But it's now coming towards us.
Yes.
Well, y'all.
Yes,
y'all.
Cleo.
Well, I did. I loosed one. I did.
Yes, excellent.
I loosed it. But it now, just everybody sit down.
Yes, well, yeah, we're here.
It's coming back.
Trevor, his eyes sort of bulge. He looks, he's like, what? Back here?
What do you mean, Cleo? Back?
Yeah, it's coming back. It's like, it really got attached to us in the time that it was here. And it's
Oh God, she's not joking. It really. All right.
Yeah, you see it? That's
Brace.
it. That one
Brace
right
the both
there.
of you.
Right
Wait.
there. Well,
Is-
Trevor, I could shoot it, or you could go up.
I'll take a shot.
Okay.
Oh, come
So,
on. Oh, no. It's only a 5. Fuck.
Dr.
Can we
Z
see
takes
if Trevor
a
can
shot
go
at
up?
it. It completely misses this thing. Trevor he's going like, hold on tight. This is going to be a tough one. And he is
Trevor,
going
you better roll good.
for a ridiculous maneuver here.
Trevor forever.
Help Trevor to come. Help
Trevor.
Trevor to come.
Oh, I better not roll a natural
Help.
one right now.
What? Did you really?
9.
Okay, a 9.
That ain't good.
9.
That ain't good.
Okay, so do we see that Trevor is struggling?
You can see, so Trevor is immediately pulling up. You're all like, you're not sort of like properly belted into this thing. This thing isn't designed for this sort of motion, but he's just pushing it to its limits. You like sort of roaring round and scraping, like he's just like basically flying straight into the station that you were going to bomb, trying to get out of the way of the thing, but it looks as though it's still going to clip you.
So if a meteor is coming to Earth, this is real. They talk about killing the meteor before it gets here so that we can survive.
Are you thinking of like loosing your last bomb to take out this bomb, hopefully before it actually properly gets to you?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Bearing in mind that Trevor, although he failed to like pilot this thing out of the way, he did get a 9, so he is on the verge of getting out of the way, which
Is he gonna get out of the way more?
aid your. He's not gonna get out of the way.
Well, then I'm feeling like this is a last ditch effort, right?
This is a proper Hail Mary, and
This is the Hail Berry. So let's drop one again. Part 2.
Part 2, the rebombinin'.
And it's a 19, so bam, it works. Yo.
Nice.
all 3 of you have tried to do something to save your fucking bacon. So as You're sort of pulling away. You're just smashing about. You're like concussive force. Everything inside the ship is just flying around. There's like loose things just like flying around, smashing into everything. As Trevor has taken like a real like sort of dangerous thing. The whole thing is just shaking, like pushed to its limit, scraping along the that shield on shield with the station. As Cleo fires off another rocket to intercept the one that's coming towards you.
Yes,
Fire
ma'am.
with fire.
And the two strike, and immediately there's just like a flash of white light. You feel, the ship suddenly just getting smacked back in the opposite direction. So you were going one way, and suddenly you're flying the other way now as well. Just like you can just feel like scraping, tearing, flipping about. There's
Bloody hell.
all kinds of nonsense going on with you, but
Nonsense.
That's fair.
So kinds of nonsense going on.
But it seems as though between Cleo's pre-exploding it before it gets to you and Trevor's getting you a little bit out of the way, the shields are taking the blow.
Oh, yes, come on, shields.
As you just sort of like hurtling and somersaulting through space. And when the dust settles, you can see that there are fires going on and little synths zooming around the outside of that station, putting out the fires. But the station is still more or less intact. There are some of the bombers around the area being destroyed. The two bombs obviously have just like created like this double explosion in two directions. It looks as though that the entire station has in fact been pushed back as well. The all the bombers nearby have been blown to hell. The landing port has been blown the hell up, and probably all the staff in there have been killed.
Oh,
You guys,
well.
your shields are completely gone, and the ship has taken some cosmetic sort of surface damage. There's like a sort of a beeping going on and like sort of sparks on the outside, but
Whatever, you ain't gotta be pretty to ride.
the interior seems okay.
Yes. Just
But
ambience.
as a pleasant side effect, right as you were doing all this, the swarm of fighters came around the corner and immediately were just blown the hell up by
shit.
these two bombs.
What?
Nice. You turned a natural 1 into like a natural 20.
Heck yeah.
Well, sort of. You've used up your two last bombs and not taken out
Yes.
any of the stations though.
Well,
And wow, so more than half of the swarm of fighters are just obliterated in the explosion.
okay.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Well, Cleo, that seemed to have worked out very well. How many bombs we got left now?
Wait, well, that was it.
That was it. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I got my 24 and all, but,
Well,
I mean, they ain't station records, baby.
I don't know that we want to be making any more bombing runs in this particular vessel. We're sitting ducks without our shield.
Yeah, let's get another one.
Yes.
What else we got out there? It's time to board. It's time to board. Let's go shopping.
Let's go shopping.
That bomber over there looks dead in the air. Maybe they're injured.
Oh, let's hope. If they ain't now, they about to be.
I was just thinking, should we try and head over in the bomber we're in, or should we quickly go and get back into the fishbowl and fly over in that?
But if we get this new bomber, what if it has bombs on it?
Yeah.
that we can-
I'm thinking we
and we
definitely
can
go and
start
get the
up.
new bomber, but I'm wondering, do we go in the ship we're in, or do we go in the?
Well, if we're in this ship, won't it think maybe we're...
I think the ship's already targeted as the one that's killed the last three.
Even after we've been relocated and there's been some pandemonium?
But they can, as long as they've got visuals on you, they can sort of link that up with the call sign. Like there's
I mean,
that
yeah.
whole
But-
that sort of technology when like a little square appears around it and a little line pops up and says,
Yeah, it's
"Hey, it's this ship."
target painted. I think
Yeah.
I think we'd be fine. But maybe just
Famous last words, man. Oh, God.
because I'm thinking, yeah, we'd jump in the fishbowl and we could fly there maybe a little bit easier undetected. But then we are in a very large ship that's got shields still, or it doesn't have shields.
Doesn't have
No
shields
shield.
anymore.
Okay.
So the fishbowl at least has got that on its side. Like it will be able to take a shot.
What do you think, Cleo? And Trevor, I guess.
Well, I'm not looking forward to trying to squeeze into that thing with Cleo. But
Well, thank you very much. I wasn't really looking forward to trying to squeeze onto you.
Well, how about this,
Hey,
Trevor?
you ever smelled yourself?
Trevor.
Maybe you should start.
Can you have this ship set a course to try and dock with that one, but without putting the brakes on? Let's go get in the fishbowl.
I'm not entirely sure what you're planning. But of course,
Like, so set this ship to go and like ram into the other one,
yeah.
and then we'll get in the fishbowl and we'll go for the next one.
Alrighty, I'm flying it straight into one of the other bombers. Let's go.
Let's go.
Do it.
Trevor, like, leaping out of the pilot's chair and rushing back down the gangplank to the parking garage.
Cleo's gonna look around for anything cool to take with her.
Hello.
Like a little baby loot.
So there's some personal effects. It looks like there's someone's like little sort of personal sports drinking water bottle kind of thing is just falling on the
I rolled
floor.
a 9.
Little bits like that, but there's nothing that looks particularly valuable.
Not even like a candy or like a little hula individual
one
for
candy?
the dash.
Not that you spot rolling a 9 there.
Jeez. All right, I will dejectedly make my way to the garage.
Harsh buzz dog.
No treat Tuesday.
So Trevor is sort of there looking rather miserably at the fishbowl. The fishbowl, as you remember, is a one-man fighter vessel. It has a seat that basically comes down out of it. You sit in and then it pulls you back up inside. He's sort of looking at it and then looking at you two and going like, well, I guess you get in and I'll sit on your lap.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll fill the gaps.
I'm gonna go like behind Trevor
Trevor
So
can
that
sit
I
on your
can-
lap.
You can
so
sort
that
of
I
like
can become a
get
chair.
get into the chair, and then Trevor gets on top of you, like sort of awkwardly on your lap, and
Yeah.
then Z just sort of like wraps around the back as you're going up into there, and sort of it's like when you're squeezing too many people into the back of a car, and like the hardest bit is getting the door shut, but then you can all sort of like and kind of like let your weight sort of like just sort of like relax down into one another, and then you're sort of like, okay, this is uncomfortable. We're in.
Yep.
Well, it's exactly like that. You're all tucking in as the thing sort of gets in. Like the Dr. Z is actually getting scraped a bit around the edges as the thing tries to close. It does that thing where it goes zzz, and then starts going back the other way because it's got like an auto collision detection so it doesn't chop your hand off, and it's like it's going back and forth a few times until finally it clicks close and you can finally all unbreathe and kind of like relax into it.
That's me in.
Trevor is really awkwardly sort of trying to adjust the chair and stuff to make any room, but there isn't really any to be had. So he's got all the steering controls. He's got like little sort of T-Rex hands. He's got to have his arms pulled back towards his chest to even grab them.
I'm just arranging myself to be like a chair with my like arms out.
Bear chair.
Bear chair.
It's a bear throne.
Just gliding through space, unmoving, shaped like a chair.
All right, then let's try what we did before. Maybe if we just play chicken, they'll open up the shields.
Let's go.
And Trevor ejects the fishbowl as the bomber you're in sort of sidles off towards another bomber. The chaos, like from behind the explosion, you can see like some of the swarm of fighters. They've almost sort of got back into a ridiculous dogfight with the Craw, because now the Craw forces chasing them actually kind of match their numbers. So they're pinned down over there for the moment, giving you free reign to fly towards the rather idle-looking bomber that looks, for whatever reason, is not actually doing anything.
Nice. Well.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh no, just that was it. Well.
Well,
We in here.
but should we head over to Herry?
Yes.
Oh, good lord.
It's Harry time.
First thing Herodotus does then is sort of pull up the old communicator and get on the horn with the bear and the doctor. Doctor, this is Major. How goes it?
Well,
Yes.
I mean, we did take out 3 of the refueling stations, and
Eins, zwei, drei.
and like half of these bombers.
Half of the bombers, you say. Very good. Stay on.
Oh, yeah.
Stay on the line. I must make a short call. Okay, so Herodotus sort of immediately. Do I still have like an open line to Larky?
Oh yeah, like that's because you're in his ship. That's.
All right.
And
So,
I feel like he doesn't have the heart to like block it.
I'm gonna call your phone on your phone.
so I'm definitely calling him up. Calling him up next. Ring ring.
This time, last time you caught him, he was like in the middle of getting changed and his hair was a mess. And so this time, like there's a sort of a
He looked
momentary
cute.
wait, almost like he's making you wait dramatically, and then the line clicks on and you see the projected image of him sitting there upon like a almost like a throne-like
Oh.
stool, like a little
Looking cute.
command chair somewhere on the bridge of his landing ship. He's now
Looking
looking
cute.
resplendent in his white and gold ceremonials. his hair hastily sort of side parted over his bald spots, but he's looking a lot tidier than he did last time. Definitely a lot more
Lord help him.
composed. He's
It works.
What is it, Harry?
Oh, can I broadcast this conversation to the rest of the fleet? Is that possible?
I mean, I let you do it last week, so yeah.
Reply all, baby.
Okay, so I sort of surreptitiously press the kind of communicator button to kind of make sure that everyone hears it. Lucky baby, so sad.
It's basically there's some of them have like accepted your communication, some of them haven't. Like you don't have like a free for all line, but you did send out a thing, so some of them have like downloaded the little thing that lets them hear you basically.
the app.
The plugin.
They've gotten the hero app.
Yeah.
Lucky baby, so sad to hear about your bobbers. Looks like my little plan is working. Ready to surrender yet?
What do you mean about the... What?
Oh, you haven't heard. Well,
Oh, the 3 of them. Well, we've still got half. Just swap the fly and
half, he
continue
says.
the occupation.
And thus speaks a
We've
man
taken
about
80% of the city.
And thus speaks a man about his fallen men. Like numbers, so lucky, my boy. You brought this on them. Their blood is on your hands. Now, prepare yourself.
I have more than enough blood to give, Harry.
Yes, yes.
Ooh.
And I'm glad that your honorable and loyal men get to see just how much their general loves them. Ta-ta, Lucky. I'll see you at the fort.
Was that it? You don't have anything more to say of yourself, coward?
When you say nothing.
I love that there's like this war of morale going on.
hell
Like,
yeah.
Herodotus is like really playing this game of like
Oh, he's gonna
turning this army against their leader. Like
Oh, he's gonna
Herodotus
fucking
be rolling
Napoleon
up
the
like
shit out of
any
these
man
guys.
can be a father, but only one kind of man can be a daddy.
You might have been a daddy boy. But he wasn't your daddy. Now you might have been a father boy. But he wasn't your daddy.
Because I've been thinking as well, like there is like a large number of Terrans they've landed on the moon and they've taken and occupied parts of the city. But if the aerial assault goes bad, they're suddenly going to just be pinned down there.
Outnumbered.
In a hostile environment, outnumbered,
And without a point of egress. Yeah.
and
it's
with
not
all
good.
this sort of information sort of doing the rounds of like, of basically like
Lucky doesn't.
Larky doesn't give a shit about you, you're expendable, but Herodotus seems to want you on his side kind of thing. Like, you might end up having like a decent sized militia sort of hanging out on the planet.
Maybe that was the plan all along.
Yeah.
It was all part of the plan, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. Plan to the least step. Okay.
This is the plan.
All right. So he tunes it back over to Cleo and the duck, and it's like, yeah, keep up with the good work. You're really getting on his nerve. If you could, I don't know, spell out some sort of insult in flames across the sky, for example. I'm just ideas, I'm just whatever
you got any? You got a good
Spitball
one?
in here.
Like,
Ooh, Lucky. And then just an F and a U. I'm sure he wouldn't even care for the foreshortening of it all. Yes. It's a
all right, Larky, foo.
Larky
All right.
foo. Yeah,
Foo.
it's a martial art.
Foo. All right. I'll write that down.
Yes, and then write it out boldly across the sky. Yeah. Thank you.
See? See?
Yes, Cleo.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
You know how to spell foo?
You know how
Foo.
to-
Yes. You've come to the right place. I actually do know where the letters F and U can be found on the keyboard.
all right. Because I said I was going to write it down, but I don't really do that.
Well, you spell Larky, I'll spell F and U.
Okay, but can you spell that part too?
Yes, it's all right.
Trevor.
Larky, yeah. Is it a K or a C?
I think we'd probably be safe and
what
do
do they
both.
look? Can you do both?
Well, it could even be like a soft Q.
Yes, well,
Yeah, well,
maybe all three.
Can that part be you? Can we deliberate it?
LARCK brackets Q brackets AY.
and then question mark in parentheses.
And then foo at the end.
Foo, yes. Some type of human insult. I'm sure you get it.
You know about foo, Trevor?
I'm not entirely sure what it's supposed to mean. It must be a Terran thing.
Foo. Larky. Foo. You ain't...
I love the idea that it's like misspelling his name is probably going to piss him off more than anything.
I know.
but we're not misspelling it intentionally. We're trying our best.
But it's gonna work out like magic.
Yeah.
Like magic.
Alright,
So how do we spell this? Are we just using the engines to spell it, or are we going
I don't
to?
know.
Like a smoke trail.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Right?
In the atmosphere.
We're about to unleash some toxic
Marry me.
Marry me, foo.
I mean, that seems like something that Trevor would know how to do, where you sort of you do a thing where you kind of like burn back onto your own trail so that your engines are actually like igniting those cosmic
Listen to that,
particles.
though.
Oh, that sounds fucking cool. Yeah.
Fucking Dick knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just firing off like two engines directly into one another that actually ignites cosmic particles and creates a luminescence.
Oh,
All right,
God.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Sounds real, doesn't it?
Bill.
Dick, Dick
Dick Nye.
Dick Nye.
Dick
the
Dynamite.
science guy. Dick.
Making up
So
science
Trevor
like the
with a
day
big
long.
grin on his face, it's like because it's basically like like doing donuts in the in the parking lot kind of thing. Like it's
Love a good
showing off.
donut.
It's showing off
Glaze.
the silly stuff he can do when people like ride their motorcycle along just on the back wheel for ages. A little bit of a trick, as a stunt flyer, and he just starts waving around. You're all squeezed into this thing. He's like awkwardly doing it, like squishing his butt more and more into Cleo as he goes. But he does write out "Lahi?" Foo in the sky. And more
Swear.
importantly, it can be observed from the moon.
Oh, imagine it. The majesty.
Cleo! Is it done yet? Is it done?
Harry, look.
Oh, good. Perfect. Can you take a picture
A
and send
photo
it?
coming your way.
Yes. Ooh, lovely. All right, hold on. And then he rings up with Larky again.
Look, this is getting ridiculous. Why don't you just have an open line if you're going to call me so often?
Larky, my boy, now you're having a mutiny? Look what your own men wrote in the sky. Oh, Larky, have you not been paying them the fair wages they deserve as honorable members of the Imperial Army, Larky? And
Damn it, who's done this?
this again across open nets.
You find out what ship has done that, and they're going to be demoted.
So
very, very swiftly.
disappointing, Larky. So disappointing. Well, ta-ta. Again, we'll see you soon. Bye.
I'm coming for you, brother.
You can see like Larky's ship is like it's coming towards you, and now so further enraged. Finally, now the fighters who are the speedier, maneuverable of the bunch are actually breaking away ahead of the pack,
All right.
almost as though they've been given an order
Get him.
to kill Herodotus.
Calling all ships. This is the
Grand Admiral Herodotus calling.
Is this like on the sort of the open Harry line?
Oh no, this is on the closed Zarg fighter Grey Dragon.
Okay, yeah,
hero
it's on the
line.
Zarg line, yeah.
We read you loud and clear, Harry.
Very good, lads.
I appreciate the show you're putting on.
It looks like it's about to get one notch hotter. I hope you're ready. As you can see, the enemy fighter escort is about to split from the main formation. They are splitting forward, and so I need you to be the heir to their harehound. Do you hear?
You want to put that in a plainer language for me there, buddy?
Yes. They're coming at us, and I want you to, how to put this delicately, run away like a bunch of little sissy girls. Can you do that for me?
Well, I ain't really much in our nature, but, I'm figuring you want us to take them to the castle.
No. Preferably away from I'm leading the larger ships towards the castle. That's me they want. But for now, keeping the fighters at bay would be useful. You see, I plan to turn them to our side.
Alright, so you want some fancy flying?
Yes, indeed. And, if you can knock them out, that's good. Try not to blow them up, though. They're good boys, just under the poor influence of a bad leader.
You hear the synthetic voice of Crispy coming over.
If you just you wanna take the humies alive, my guys might better do something.
Yes, I'm saving you for a very special mission. It's a good point, though. Can you find a place of sublimation, somewhere above the aforementioned castle to the south?
We're ready whenever you need us.
Very
I'll take up
good.
position there now. You won't see us till you need to.
Very, very good. Thank you.
And there's just sort of like a waving in the air from the position where you kind of knew that the cooking pot was before they just sort of and presumably rocket off, but they're fully stealthed.
Oh, it's gonna be very silly if this works out. And then I want the Grey Dragon and the Hero and the Zarg fighters to.
They're the one. They're gonna like engage the enemy fighters and get them out of the way.
Exactly.
So, that
so I want them to kind of.
so it's just gonna be like Larky and his boarding party coming along to you.
Exactly. So I want them to sort of engage them at an oblique angle and then disengage and sort of flee as opposed to westward for now.
Alrighty. I'm gonna roll some dice.
Ooh.
Oh, we got a nice 20 there on Billy Boy's roll.
Ooh.
So
Well,
Billy Boy leads the charge,
Nice.
breaking off back, coming out of the hidden position in the gully to fly back at those at the fighters who are broken off, and it starts firing like sort of like blind shots, almost just for show in their general direction. Hazel and Deldridge, both crack shots, are just sort of firing off from the two things, but really sort of drawing a bunch of attention as these fighters, although they've got orders to take down Herodotus, as far as they're concerned, their main job is to not get killed. With the Grey Dragon coming at them in this way, and then all the other ships sort of following in behind, they immediately take the bait.
Oh yeah.
All right, so yeah, the five ship, the Hero, the Grey Dragon, and the three fighters sort of swirling around, pretending to initiate a dogfight with these fighters, but really just sort of like leading them off on a wild goose chase off to the west.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of up to you to like make yourself an obvious enough target to keep the other force following you, I suppose. You do have the 7 cruisers with their armor decimating blasters, the armor decimating guns, so there's still more than enough without the fighters to shoot you out of the air.
Okay, I'm gonna try something out of fucking Sun Tzu here.
Oh,
Lucky!
here we go.
I've almost had enough of this. If you have something to say, then say it all in one go.
and again on the general net as well. This is your last chance, Lucky. I've bamboozled you twice already. Would you have me make a fool of you a third time?
Look, fleeing back over and over again isn't bamboozling me.
Oh, Lucky, I'm not fleeing. I'm standing right here. If you walk into this ambush, I dare say none of your frigate commanders will follow you no more.
I know how many men you have, Herodotus. They're all engaged with my fighters.
Didn't you think you knew all about the situation before, darling? And have you not been wrong time and time and time again? Is it not the height of ambition and avarice to think you will be right now?
You're a dead man, Mendleroth.
We all are, darling. Sooner or later. Now, come get me.
Get these cruisers within firing range of that bastard. I want his head on a plate.
Alright. So Herodotus firing off a couple of like just out of effective range, but just kind of a little sort of Parthian shot. He fires his gun. Would be okay. Yeah, so 6. It doesn't really matter. It's like a little sort of little fuck you as I'm turning the ship down into the fog and like speeding south.
Another foo.
So you're at this sort of point where like you have enough of an advantage on them that although they can keep in formation behind you, they can't gain on you. It's only really the fighters that actually are speedy enough to catch you. So
have they?
They are just following full steam ahead. Like now, having whipped Lark into a frenzy, he's not even really taking advice from his generals anymore. He is just following.
Ooh, okay.
That's how they get you.
Okay, on a very fucking secure and close net now. To one participant in particular. Squire.
Yeah, just
I've done it. I've done it at last. Be ready. Acquire my signal, and upon mine order, shoot at anything in the sky that is not me or the cooking pot. 2 beeps for acknowledged. Beep, beep. Very good, Squire.
Aww.
Even beyond your mortal form, you make me proud. The finest of squires. In success, once we have succeeded in this mission, I shall make you a full worthy knight. very, very good, Arthur. I mean,
Dilbert purrs now, I guess.
I like it.
I love it.
I mean, he may well be the MVP in this, eh?
I think this
Yeah.
We can only hope.
Yeah, I mean, that remains to be seen. Let's not jinx this.
I like it
Yeah,
though.
me too. All right, so how far is it to get to the south?
It's a little way. Like you're more than like you can get there basically quickly within like sort of a couple minutes. But it's whether or not you sort of want to corridor your whole way there or
No, I'm trying to think if there's something smart I can do in the meantime. Do I have communications with that ship where the bomb is on board?
The nuke?
Maybe not.
I mean, not directly, but you could hail them. You know, you're in Larky's ships. You've got like basically his address book there in front of you.
Exactly. Okay. I guess maybe I should roll an intelligence to see if I can find their designation or something. I don't know. But I want to try it.
What's? Yeah, no. Like you're a military man. It's a mothership. Like there's only one of them.
Oh,
so.
but no, not the mothership. Like the individual little.
Oh, that little ship there.
Yeah.
That actually, you might have to roll to find that one.
All right, let's try. So because I do kind of have a sore spot for these two guys that we gave the T-shirts to and stuff.
Sweet Timothy.
Yeah.
So you want to evacuate them, but like the rest of the mothership.
I want to give them a chance, you know. Like if they fuck us, then fuck them. But
Yeah, well, what if you warn them and then they tell everyone else?
well, that's the kind of thing that Herodotus would do.
Yeah.
No.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you know, like
I mean,
I'm not saying it's not
My
dumb.
feeling is, if you want to issue an evacuation order, you probably need to do it with an accompanying threat. That's like, don't try and get rid of the bomb, or I will blow it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because
right,
otherwise,
yeah.
otherwise
Yeah.
they might try and get rid of the bomb.
Yeah, or I'm not gonna tell them where it is. I'm just gonna say like, read.
Oh,
Fuck.
shit.
Damn it.
Well,
Oh.
Well, the
well.
point may be moot because there are hordes of ships
Yeah.
that you're connected to here, hundreds of the things.
Fuck it. There's nothing I can do.
Boy, I miss those good rolls from the last game.
I'm calling up the bear and the doctor.
Bear, doctor, bear.
Yes.
We're getting to
To a point in these hostilities where you might have to well, I don't want to say the actual word, but engage the big boom boom. In which case, wouldn't it be a shame if those T-shirts and the humans who are in them would go to waste? Shouldn't we give them a chance?
You talking about your
T-shirts.
boyfriend, Sweet Timothy?
He's quite sweet, isn't he? I'm simply saying it would be below us, wouldn't it, not to give them a chance to run? Didn't they seem like
Z.
fairly reasonable fellas to you?
Z,
Yes, Cleo.
they got the t-shirts.
He is wearing T-shirts, and that is high-praised, high-value merchandise.
I've got it. Thank you. The T-shirts, of course. Okay. fucking brilliant.
Cleo and I continue to talk about T-shirts while the phone is hung up, I guess.
Okay,
I mean, a
love
good
you guys.
quality t-shirt
Later.
is hard to find.
It's a hard thing to find. Extra stretchy
That's
fabric,
hard to
a
find.
nice collar. Oh, yes.
You know that nice little one of those little t-shirt
A
pockets.
good color,
like-
yellow.
I love
Bastard
the idea
yellow,
that
I
you guys
believe.
just have so much free time.
We're just floating in space right now.
I know. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Herodotus sings out on the open net.
calling all imperial vessels in the soldiery.
You have heard it here, and you have heard it true. Larky does not care about plebeians. In the name of solidarity, if recently you received a couple of T-shirts, all I can say is, get out safe. We care. The bastards care.
About t-shirts.
And casting that out into the ether, for all you know, that small crew have heard and understood what you're saying, and possibly even arranging like a little sort of underground network of people escaping from that mothership, sneaking
hell yeah.
away in whatever transport vessels.
Yeah, but so
they
is
can...
Crispy, and Crispy and his robot gang are gonna go hunt them down.
Yeah. Well,
No, these are the people that you were trying to save.
I know. I'm joking.
And
Crispy don't know that.
That's true. Okay. So I believe Cleo and Z were hatching a bit of a plan.
We
Yes.
were. Secretly.
Yes, Cleo. Trevor. How
Yes,
about
see?
we try to dock up with one of these refueling stations and see what bombers may be left for us to acquire?
Maybe we leave them a little surprise.
That's a bold move. I don't know that I can do it without being seen, but
No, we'll come in nice.
Maybe I can try and change the ship's identity code again. Switch the license
Ooh.
plate.
Yeah, this is definitely a hacking moment.
Yeah. 24.
alrighty. Are you gonna
Yes.
just try and sort of scramble it to a random ship so it just looks like it could be any
So
old
they- Yeah,
any old fighter?
we're anybody, man. We're
Yeah, just-
Joe anybody.
Just switching it out again, so that because I know we've been doing some shit in the fishbowl. So
But we're John Q. Taxpayer.
yes, John Q. Taxpayer Smith.
Yeah.
And in the
Timothy.
carnage, there's a good chance that no one's got proper eyes on you because there was just this double bomb explosion that sent everyone flying away.
Golly, that was something.
Well, gee.
Wow.
You gotta go. That was something.
All right then, I'll just head straight into the docking bay and see what comes of it.
Yes, fly natural.
So Trevor, once again, is just flying in a sort of straight, square, Terran style, straight towards the fourth docking station, the fourth reloading station. This time, this thing has actually got a crew inside that's bringing in, sort of waving in the individual bombers. So you get hailed quite early on in your process getting in there with a sort of just a quick hailing coming over the wire.
What are you doing?
Hi, yeah, well, we need petrol.
Petrol.
You need to go to the mothership then. So,
Yeah, we can't. We only got a millimeter.
that doesn't even make any
Yeah.
sense. What?
We gotta come in 30949. We're gonna. What if we hit the side? Buddy, this is serious.
What are these numbers?
This is the
Pull
code.
up, pull up.
And
You're
we were
close.
given
You're
the
going to go
code.
straight
We
into
were
our
given the
shields.
code. We were given the code by our quadrant chief, and we're coming in. Please open the door because I'm coming through it. I can't even stop. I've lost all control. Mayday!
I love that you're doing this kind of almost like a
four
Canadian
things.
accent, sort of.
It's 4 things. I don't know.
It's
I
a few
love
things
that.
at once, but
I love
Or
this
maybe it sounds like you're
Canadian
in
that
Fargo.
uses the positive persona
I
for the
feel
other.
like I'm,
Think of them as stupid.
I feel like I'm a character in an Uncle Buck movie.
Exactly. Oh,
Like,
that's
what-
wonderful.
I don't even. What is this quadrant chief? What is she talking about? What?
Look,
You
it's
just-
I need to know, buddy. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't help you, but you better open the door because this is a direct order from above, and I wouldn't want to be you when the chicken comes home. You know what I mean?
There isn't really anywhere for you to. Oh goodness! I could just
You
slow
better
down.
prepare.
Slow down, you're
better
coming and-
prepare it.
You're coming in so fast.
Yeah, that's how these work.
Right. The shields are down. Oh God, Trevor.
I gotta say, I really don't want to have to be you when the chicken comes in. You know?
Trevor, once again, just a big, beaming grin on his face as he flies this thing, into sort of this straight, deliberate chicken, straight at
worked twice.
the docking bay.
Twice just doing the Canadian voice and driving straight towards a thing.
As Trevor's coming in, and you can see as you're getting closer that there's these people in these military uniforms, but they're not holding weapons. They're just holding these little light sticks that they're using to direct bombers into different conveyor belts and stuff. And they're all just running because they think that Trevor's coming in hot and is going to crash into them all. So people are just sort of scattering as Trevor comes in and sort of just narrowly tips the ship to avoid crashing into the last bomber that came in, and then comes to a skid just on the on the engineering floor.
Can we frost up the fishbowl windows? So they can't look in.
Everybody breathe.
Gonna need some hot gas.
Don't.
Start squeezing Cleo.
Wait. Should we roll? Should we all roll to see if we can contribute to the hot gas?
Yeah.
No.
Oh no, I rolled a 2. Does that
That's all
mean I
right.
crashed?
Cleo gets a +5 to hot gas.
15. I'm trying to squeeze Cleo.
I mean, these are high-tech space windows. You're not gonna.
Well,
not
so
gonna
what, you just
frost
had
them.
us fart inside the ship for no reason?
You're not going to frost them up that easily.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but this is high-tech space windows versus me.
Glad you told us that after we squeezed the bear and got Cleo to fart.
Wait, can I roll? Okay, let me ask this. As an explosives expert, can I
God.
roll an explosive check to see if I can make like a smoke bomb?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Just like from
Yeah.
odds and ends in the cockpit.
well, I mean, I
I'm
have a
not
bag of
against that.
bombs. Maybe I can disable one to become that.
like
Yeah,
the incredulous tone of my voice, you can take that how you will, but yeah.
I mean, sure.
Well, I rolled a 15, so
I'm so happy that's not lower.
so there you go.
So yes, Cleo is able to rig up with her usual sort of explosive gears a smoke bomb of sorts, a thing that is just going to create like just a thick black cloud of kind of burning fuel.
Oh boy. Okay.
Good work, Cleo.
And I'll envelop Cleo and Trevor, I guess.
Can't we just talk about it? Oh! As Trevor is sucked into the honey boy.
Trevor forever.
So I guess you're gonna set this thing off in the cockpit of the fishbowl.
Yeah.
I mean, the ship is made of glass, right? So otherwise they can look right in.
Yeah,
Makes
it's
sense.
in it's inside with us.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like the ship is just filled like it's just like instantly filled with black smoke.
And a certain level of farting as well.
Just like
Yeah, because we didn't know that wouldn't work.
Yeah,
so-
you let us do
So
that.
right before you do it, there's you can sort of see like people like who are sort of ducking behind consoles and stuff, sort of like beginning to come in, like come in and see what's going on. But before they get anywhere near, the smoke just blacks out the fishbowl. Nobody can see in, but you guys can't really see out either. Although of course Dr. Z can still scan with his psionic capabilities.
Psionic.
So are we assuming that when we get out, they won't know who we are? Because
I was thinking
What was
that,
that?
but then now I'm thinking we're just gonna have to go out there and just fucking guns blaze it.
Oh, Jesus.
okay.
Holy fuck. Oh,
Okay.
no.
That'd be more fun as well, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, my God.
No, we should
guys
try
don't
and
have
stealth
that
it.
much-
Let's try and stealth it.
You
Let's
guys
try and
don't have that much firepower with you right now.
Wait.
I know,
Okay. Hey. Okay, Dick.
Yeah.
How close
Yes.
How close are like what's around us? Like how close are we to walls or piles
good
of
question.
stuff or
Yeah.
other ships?
Okay, so you've just kind of landed in the middle of the floor. You're in sort of there's this
course.
back section basically of the
Of course
station
we did, yeah.
where a port where the bombers come in, they land and they get all the engineers come in and strap the bomber into a conveyor belt. The crew climb out and sort of they vanish off to one side where they can use the loo and have a little drink and so on.
Alright.
And then the ship just goes down the conveyor belt. It gets taken off into various parts of the ship where it gets loaded up with its payload, popped out to the other side, and the pilots can then jump back in at that end and just fly off again. The whole process looks like it's relatively quick. Like these bombers, like once they get strapped on, they just sort of whiz off. Of course, there's none coming in behind you at the moment because there's no engineers to actually wave them in. There's basically to your right, there's a conveyor belt. And you can sort of see the bomber that landed right before you is just sort of whistling off up the conveyor belt. And then in front of you, there's all these various consoles where the engineers rig things up that you can sort of hide behind. And then off to your
Okay.
left, there's basically a big open hallway where the bombers and pilots are rushing off to quickly do what they gotta before they have to
So
get back on.
well, I mean we're here now, and
We are here now, yes.
they are coming out now.
Oh,
Trevor,
they are
you're
gonna
the
want to
only.
see someone. With
Trevor, you're the only two-legged here.
Yes, you've got a very human face, Trevor.
That you do.
Yes.
Thank
It
you, but
is.
I
Yes,
don't know
well.
that will do the job.
Well, I'm not done telling you all of the good things about you, Trevor. You also have a very human voice, which, yes.
and the body of someone who has been undercover for the Emperor for a
Yes,
long time.
you look like someone who gets up to some shady business, Trevor.
You do, and you are
Yes.
in the middle of
We're
some.
truly going to hang all of this on my ability to convince some engineers that I'm some sort of spy.
Trevor, we're going to roll out now,
And
That's a great point.
and good luck. We will. We'll
Okay.
be right there, hiding behind those things. You got your guns, Cleo?
When you put it like that.
I'm sorry.
You guys, you better be
I thought that's
covering
what
me
we're
if
going
this goes south.
Do we have guns?
Yeah, you've got you.
We've had our
Okay,
weapons
just-
this whole time because we.
Yeah, you got your weapons.
Okay, just checking.
You claimed them all back when you escaped.
All right.
Trevor, what type of code word would you like to, if things go tits up?
I don't think I'm gonna have to blast a bloody code word. Just pay attention to what they're doing.
Yes, but, well, I mean, code word would be more fun.
But
If you hear blast of fire, then I think you need to jump out and help me.
Right, well.
What if we just throw a bomb into a faraway corner?
yeah, let's do that while we roll out Cleo. That would be very.
Wait, let me ask another question. Are there any ships around us that we could just take?
Well, you could jump onto, you could race after the one that's going up the conveyor and just ride that as it gets reloaded potentially.
Oh,
And it's ahead of us.
It's ahead of you, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna throw my backpack in that opposite direction and yell and confuse everybody, and then we run.
okay.
If we want to keep the fishbowl, maybe we should leave
Maybe
Trevor
I'll
in
stay
here.
in the fishbowl and do my
Okay.
jelly suck to the edge of it so that they can't see in, and then
Yeah.
and then I can scoop back down and fly it out or take over the guns if need to. And
So
then
you're
and,
driving the. Okay. Well,
Yeah, and then maybe.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Cleo.
All right, Z, who's driving the fishbowl?
I will take control of the fishbowl.
All right, Trevor, you and me are gonna grab that ship right in the front. You hear?
All right, well, are we gonna try and
Yeah.
get out in the smoke?
Yeah, well, we are, but there's gonna be more smoke because I'm gonna throw the backpack. You understand? I'm gonna throw
Yes.
it behind us in the corner where we ain't.
It's a shame
Well,
it has
just-
to be done like this, Trevor, but the backpack has to go.
Just don't ignite anything while we're still in here.
Well,
We're
you know, I'll
surrounded.
try.
We're
I'll try.
surrounded by bombs. You understand that, Cleo?
We are. We are.
Yes.
We're in a powder keg right now.
That's
Well,
true.
it's all
Now,
about your
Z,
perception, though, isn't it, though?
when we
Trevor?
leave, Z, you gotta be ready to fly. Do you understand me?
Yes.
And Trevor, you gonna be ready to fly when we grab this next ship. You understand me?
Oh yes, I mean, I don't know what the process is going to be for getting myself off the conveyor, but maybe we can
Well-
just blast our way out. I don't know.
Yeah, we might. But you know what's gonna happen is we're gonna crack this thing, and the smoke gonna pour out like blazes, and they won't see us immediately. But that's why we gotta create a distraction. And I'm gonna throw the backpack, and I'm gonna scare them. But I ain't gonna press a button yet. But I will soon.
Trevor's sort of like trembling now. Imagine it's like he's got his face like in a little sort of air pocket inside the honey boy, just like, oh god.
Okay, are you guys ready?
I'm ready. Also, keep a communicator on you. I'll in case you need the turret fire from the
Call
fishbowl.
me, beat me if you wanna
If you want to
eat
reach
me
me
or whatever.
if
You know.
wanna, touch the jelly or something.
Yeah, that. All right, team. Listen. We about to
Operation
do
Tenuous. Hit.
Operation Hot Seat.
Come on, let's do it.
On 3.
That sounds more like it.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
Trevor pushes the button, making the seat suddenly just zoom and eject down out of the fishbowl.
Oh my God.
Black smoke just whooshing out. As I guess Dr. Z sort of sticks himself to the glass and just lets you two
He zoops back up.
flop out of him, still in the chair.
And then I'm
You can see
gonna
through
yell.
the smoke. You can see a lot of like human forms, like sort of like rushing about in your sort of general vicinity.
I'm gonna yell from the cover of the smoke. Oh! Hey, everybody, watch out! Watch out! Oh, hot soup! And I'm gonna. I'm
Episode
gonna hurl.
title?
Operation
Hot
Hot
I'm
Soup.
gonna keep one. I'm gonna keep one bomb and then hurl the rest
rest?
of the backpack, all 23 bombs into the like furthest away corner from us.
Okay, so you hurl the backpack. You can see immediately these sort of silhouette shadows in the smoke, just sort of like scattering. It's like, ah, what's this? I don't know. And Trevor is stealthing his way straight towards the closest bomber. It's sort of like vanishing away, but he's just like trying to stealth in the smoke towards it.
Me too.
And Trevor, unfortunately, is not succeeding with the stealth.
Come on. It's a 7.
And Cleo's going to get a -5 to her, so...
Oh, okay. Well, that's
You can do this.
fine because I rolled a 20.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
What's gonna?
To the moon.
To the moon.
Okay.
RuPaul,
Come on.
Sponsor. We love you.
So as Trevor is sort of like tripping and stumbling around, Cleo stealthily padding on soft bare paws is able to
So
scoop
unlike
him
her.
up before he can make too much noise
Yeah, I got you, baby.
and carry him in a cloud of smoke.
In a cloud of
Into-
bear-shaped smoke.
And the door straight into the cockpit of the bomber is just wide open because this thing is like they've got this whole sort of thing going together. They just open up the door, they walk out, they go do what they got to do, you know, their ablutions and their capuchuchus, and the door's just open for them to get back in.
Oh.
So you're able to just sneak your way straight into that ship.
Oh my god.
Trevor
Fuck yeah.
taps the button, closing the door, and gets into the cockpit. As the ship is now like there's the smoke, there's Dr. Z in the fishbowl, there's the bag of bombs far behind you as you're being whisked away on this conveyor belt.
All right. Can't believe that's gonna work.
You've been
We
whisked
fucking
away
did
on the
it.
conveyor
Yeah,
belt.
That's it.
I whisper
So,
to the communicator.
What is Dr. Z
Congratulations.
going to do? Because he is still surrounded by people.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just suck. You know how when I grabbed the fishbowl in the first place, and I was like hidden behind the seat
Yeah.
Oh my
type
god.
thing. I'll just slide my way into a crevice like that.
She's going to
and
hide
just,
in it. Okay.
And just hide in it until I get a radio.
As the smoke is clearing,
Uh-oh.
there's just engineers and bombers alike, all sort of like coming around and sort of like they're moving around. There's someone has like picked up Cleo's backpack and is like looking in it.
Uh-oh.
Someone else is immediately sort of like getting in and like they're looking up into the fishbowl. Looks like they're too afraid to sort of sit into the cockpit and actually get their way in there, but they're also looking up in there, so they don't have the angle to see Dr. Z at the moment. And there's a lot of fuss going on. Where did they go? If they've vanished off in the smoke. Well, I got bad news. This looks like explosives. They're not very well made. I don't think they're very strange looking, but well, I don't know. The grenades of that. Oh.
Okay, you know what? I was gonna
Oh my
find a way to
God.
like warn them, but I'm not now. Thanks for saving me some work.
Oh shit! No.
So, can we fly straight back out?
You could try and fly straight out, but you could also wait to get reloaded with another 5 bombs.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll wait.
I will telepathy the person who's holding the bombs. I'm going to try to.
Alrighty.
21.
Oh.
Oh,
Easy
it's done.
peasy.
And so I'm going to say, haha, did you get it? Did you get it, everyone?
What do you mean?
Oh, it's just
Have
a-
you got are there bombs
No,
in
it's
there
just-
or not?
No, it's just a joke. No, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just a
What's
bag.
What's in it?
Oh, it's just a bunch of metal junk. I think collectibles.
Well, let me see then.
Yes. Well, here you go. And I'll grab something that looks the least like something, and throw it over.
Well, okay, well, stop sifting through this trash. Just put it in one of the offices, and we need to find whoever was piloting this damn thing.
Yes, I think I feel like they went this way.
So, following the telepathized engineer, there's a sort of a team of people now sort of like scurrying along, like trying to work out where whoever they don't really know who it was. Whoever smoke bombed their way out of the ship is gone. Meanwhile, Cleo and Trevor just being carried along. You can hear the noises of people just in the bottom of your ship, just loading in bombs.
Oh, yes, baby.
Yes, I do believe I did see them go this way, but I can't be sure. There was a lot of smoke.
What are they doing? Like,
Oh, there's a bloody war going outside, Graham. I think it's a bit bloody distressing for everyone.
also they're trying to hide? Why would they hide here?
Probably-
They're
I
the
don't
most
know if you
obvious
noticed,
target.
Graham, but there was a bunch of bloody smoke that came out of them, and they've probably gone off to get showers. No one wants to fight and feeling a bit dirty.
You might be right, but still, let's go check the shower room then.
Yes, go
Self-can,
let's
what,
go
Graham?
check the shower room. Then.
Jesus.
So there's a bit of hunting going on, but it's very confused. As Cleo can see from her bomber seat, she can see the as 5 bombs are strapped into their places in the bottom of her ship.
Ooh.
Trevor, sitting in there as you're basically going on this little ride. As like once the bombs are all in, you just start being whisked along the conveyor belt once more.
Okay, so I've got the bombs. Is there any other reason for me to is there anything else I need to collect from the
Not
this
at all.
section?
These
I don't need fuel or anything.
No, this bomber is ready to roll as far as you know. Trevor's sort of like, looking over you. He's like, we could get out of here a lot faster if I just take off, but what do you say? Do we risk it on the conveyor? The actual pilots might come back.
I'm gonna do my communicator. Z!
Yes, Cleo.
Z, we got it. We're in. We got the payload. Nobody knows we're here. What say you about just jetting right back out the back door?
So, Dickie, the shields, can we just go out of them easily? Or do they need to be...
They're going to have to be disabled before you can get out easily. Otherwise, you're going to run into that whole Dr. Z getting burnt up on exit issue.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Wait, how are these other people getting out?
So that each time they get out, they turn off the shield in the little exit port. So the engineers do have like a thing where they can sort of turn it off from the inside.
Cleo, Trevor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel for this current situation, may need to wait for the next crew to come on board and fly us all out naturally, like before revealing completely.
What do you say? We should hide somewhere on the ship.
Yes. I think maybe hiding somewhere on the ship could be a good bet. Wait till the next crew comes on. We'll fly out, and then.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to follow you in the fishbowl when you fly out.
Because I'm sitting behind, right?
All right.
Yes, your back's still there in the entry port, sort of sitting there in the fishbowl. But you could haphazardly fly it through the through the passageway, like above the conveyor belt, I suppose.
Yeah, I guess
mean,
if that's what I have to do, then that's what I'm going to have to do. Fuck. Visually in my mind, I thought this was all one cargo space. I didn't realize it was trains going along to another cargo space.
They get carried off to various different places because it's not even just a straight line. They sort of get carried off and whisked off to one side so they can do a bunch of them at once.
All right, I'll land. I'll move the ship onto the conveyor belt. I guess.
Even though there's nobody in it.
I know. I'm just trying. When you try to drive a car, but you don't want anyone to know that you're in the car driving, so you crouch down.
When does that happen?
That was strangely specific.
When we used to drive away from school after signing in the morning, we called it ghost carring. We'd all
this is, of course, you have this as a thing that you do.
Keep our heads below the window level and just pair up just enough to be able to see where we were going, and we'd all just go ghost car, ghost car, ghost car, ghost car, ghost car as we drive out of the school.
Because nobody's gonna see that and go, "Oh, right, that's not a
brown Corolla," and then be like, "Oh yeah, that's Alex's car." Of course, everyone knows
driving it.
Yeah. That seems
every day we would show up, sign in, and then sneak out to the car park, get in the car, and ghost car.
So I guess you understand how ludicrous the notion is of being able to sneak this way. Then.
Well, yeah, but I didn't realize that I was going to be stuck in here because I thought it was all one cargo space, but I'm seeing the error of my ways there. I'll figure something out. I'll leave it.
If you can work out how to open up, because if you just open up the back door, like the door that you're right by, if you can just work out how to open up the shields, you could just open up the shield and fly out.
Have I still got connection to the person I was mind hacking?
If you choose to not send them off on the search, it would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'll just
they're the only one who knows that there's a bomb in that bag. So you I assume that you would have kept them within your perimeter.
Yeah, I'll just say, oh, you know what? Just one moment, I'll catch up with you in the shower room. This is the shower room you're going to check out, yes?
Yes, but, I don't want to just burst in on people, right?
Well, yeah, you could knock.
But then if there's anyone who's snuck on, they might run away. I'm just going to have to do it. I'll have to burst in on everyone.
Yeah, well, that's on you, really. I feel like protocol would be to knock, give fair warning, and then enter, but...
You're probably right, but...
Anyways, I'll be right back.
All right, well, I'll tell you how the bursting in on goes when you get back.
Yeah. I'm going to... Okay, yeah, he's going to burst in on a bunch of people showering.
He's not going to be popular.
And I will head back over to that control panel that you said was there in the cargo bay with the person that I'm inhabiting.
Yes, so luckily...
And I'll just drop the bombs down a shaft somewhere along the way. Just drop the bag.
Nice, hide it somewhere sort of generally in the reloading area.
Yeah, just drop it. Yeah, just behind something, and then head over to that control panel, and I'll say,
Trevor, Cleo, when the time comes, give me fair warning, and I'll jump out. I'll fly out with you.
Yeah.
All right, over and up.
Yes.
All right, so you have your little sort of puppeteered engineer. His job actually is to wave ships in. He doesn't really activate the controls, but he generally knows how they work. You can tell that he understands it. There's basically like a thing where you put your little handprint on and then pull up a lever, and then that temporarily opens up a portion of the shield to let a vessel in or out.
Okay, I'll keep that locked and loaded and ready to go. And otherwise, blend in.
Oh my god.
So he's just sort of like standing there around, like sort of waiting for things to get back to normal. They're obviously not letting any ships in for a little while because they don't know what's going on. But meanwhile, Cleo and Trevor have been whisked away to the other side of the ship. Whereabouts are you going to hide?
Okay, is there actually anywhere for someone like me to hide?
I mean, you could just go down with the bombs. You know, they're probably not going to look in there.
The captain
Okay,
goes
I'll-
down with the ship and Bear goes down with the bombs. That makes sense.
I like that. I'll go, you know what? I'll do that.
You will go down with this. Sorry.
So
I'm
you
done.
and Trevor have just sort of like, you've just vanished down. You've climbed down the ladder into the bomb section.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's like, all right. So I guess once we're out, we just come up and, well, take them by force.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, Trevor. They're gonna, they're gonna be a little surprised as all get out.
Yes. Well, maybe if you blow the bag and take out the station, that might surprise them.
It might do. It might do.
Oh, hang on. I hear something. And you hear the sounds of sort of like, moaning and sort of, stretching, as it seems as though the crew are climbing on board this bomber. And sort of like stomping about. You hear the creaking of the bomber seat as the bomber climbs into position.
Oh my god.
And the doors closing up.
Do we have a sense of how many there are?
It's hard to say. It only sounds like a couple of people.
Okay. Can Trevor and I whisper to each other without being heard?
You can, but
Okay,
you're definitely
cool.
going to want to keep it proper quiet because these people are talking at sort of like a loud conversational volume, and you can hear them. But there's also like there's these clicking and clanking as you can hear yourselves being detached from the conveyor belt.
All right.
Sounds like they're going out soon.
Good. We're gonna wait till we're out, and then Dr. Z gonna come too, and then we blast it, and that's when we come out.
All right. You sort of sit there in silence for a little while. You can hear like some sort of like muffled conversation going on upstairs about, being annoyed that all the showers were occupied and all this sort of thing. And then the engine sort of roars up. There's this humming of this bomber roaring up. And then you feel the unmistakable sensation of that levitation of the ship just taking off. And then out. The shield opening up. The ship flying up into open space, the artificial gravity engaging. That little tingly feeling where you're going outside of the artificial gravity of the space station and into your own contained gravity field of the ship. And the bomber has left.
Okay.
Okay. Can I send a text on my communicator to Z?
Oh, you've done it in the past?
Okay. I am going to text you out.
OMW.
Okay.
And also accompanied with a little audio clip of
Great.
Wow.
My ringtone just gave us away. No.
Yeah. I'll put the yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, didn't do that.
Well, I didn't open any audio file.
Yeah.
I would
will,
have to click it.
And then I'll take the person that is occupied, the engineer, and key in for it to open the shield bay.
Mm-hmm. So the engineer places their hand on the little handprint reader, pulls down this lever, and the shield opens up.
Right.
And you can see the bomber that's waiting outside to come in and reload starts flying in.
Okay. Do we want to save this person that I've got controlled? Probably not, right?
They said my bombs weren't good, so.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
fuck
that's
him.
true.
Leave him there.
Cleo particularly wants to explode this guy.
Yeah.
I will wait until the bomber ship that's approaching is like getting close, and then I'm going to jump in the ship and activate the ship and fly out following.
Alrighty, just give me a piloting roll.
Oh, shit. I don't have piloting as a skill, so it's just a D20.
Just a flat D20.
-10.
Natural 20!
Natural 20.
Yes, I'm so happy. No.
Dr. Z, like sort of decompressing himself, just sort of pops into full honey boy form, sitting comfortably in the seat, stylishly grabbing the controls and whirling the fishbowl into action as he takes off and then sort of, does a little bit of a side turn to stop the wings of the fishbowl from taking out the approaching bomber. The bomber sort of like was twitching and sort of like veering off to one side, not even landing properly on the conveyor belt as Dr. Z expertly pilots out through the little gap out of the shields and is greeted by open space once more. There's actually a queue built up of empty bombers waiting to get on to reload. There's a little bit of carnage. There's almost sort of backed up. They're all sort of like, like ass, like nose to ass, just sort of like waiting to get in.
I'll fly over and join in escort with Cleo and Trevor.
On my way, and here I am.
So you can see them coming out the other side. You can sort of like fly around to join them.
Hmm?
The battle is still going wild. You can see that the Craw fighters they've got a better foothold now that a large chunk of the Terran fighters were blown up, but they're still really sort of struggling. And you can see down below that you can no longer see any of the landing ships. Like Terrans have occupied the city now. All the transport ships have landed. The infantry are now down in the city.
Good. Cleo, Trevor, we've done it. Well,
we're
I
still
guess it's
in a
all over
bomb
to you,
bay, so we can't speak.
Wait, yeah, sorry, I can't speak. Texting. I'm following you now outside, and I'll send a screenshot, a picture.
Okay, Cleo.
I'm on your
Are you ready to blow it?
I'm gonna show that to Trevor, and then I'm gonna nod.
It's like a selfie.
And Trevor,
it's got me in front of it.
is like getting up. He's drawing one blaster, getting one hand on the ladder, ready to climb up as quick as possible with a blaster in one hand.
I've got the remote in one hand, and I'm gonna also put my I'm gonna get my personal super blaster in my other hand, and I'm just gonna like bash up with my head when I'm ready. But I'm gonna look at Trevor in his eye, and we're gonna have like a moment, the moment before the blast.
He's giving a somber nod.
You could hear a ripple across the moon. A butterfly somewhere has flapped its wings, and I'm gonna bust my head up through the floor, and I'm gonna scream, "Hot soup!" and press the button.
So Cleo bursts up through the floor, immediately given a view as alongside Trevor is like racing up the up the ladder and popping out the trapdoor as well.
Yes.
And the pilot and bomber just sort of turning, jaws dropped, looking at you. They're like,
They're like, what the hell?
Both women this time, as they're sort of like aghast as a bear emerges from the floor, but they only have a moment to like try and work out what the hell's going on here when there is just a massive explosion from behind. Unlike before, this time there's just been Cleo's 26 or 23. I can't even remember how many bombs
was
it was.
that guy still holding them?
No, Dan got him to deposit them in a little
right.
little vent.
Oh yeah.
This was 23 bombs.
23 bombs.
Yeah.
3, 4.
So 23 bombs igniting at once
Okay.
in a ship full of even bigger bombs,
Oh.
and it's just the biggest
yes.
butter boom you guys have heard yet. As the ship behind is just evaporated.
Please help.
Big bada boom.
There is this is
Please
fireworks. It's taken out of the sky. A fourth one of these stations is just gone.
Fuck.
Yes, 2 more.
And I just rolled a bear claws.
So the ship is sort of like swaying about and flying. The pilot, she has to quickly grab back onto the controls to try and get the ship under control as Cleo comes out with her bear claws. Are you going to just try and grab the pilot or the bomber?
The pilot.
All right, well, you easily able to just grab her and scoop her out of the chair.
Because I rolled a 19.
Damn. Good rolls
gonna-
today.
Yeah, man. Really doing good.
I'm going to
job.
roll a stealth with Trevor. Natural 20.
Holy
Trevor
shit.
Trevor comes up.
Yes.
both of the bomber and the pilot are just staring at Cleo as Trevor sneaks up behind the bomber, gets a blaster to her head, grabs her in a headlock, and says, "Don't move."
Oh.
And she's like, "Oh dang, I might."
She's like, I'm moving into your house.
What a man! What a man! What a man! What a man! Dang, we need to get out.
Yeah.
Things is getting weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. So, both pilots are, we got them.
Yes,
Ladies and
you
gentlemen,
have the pilot, but I mean she's still like squirming and struggling in your arms. Depending on what you're gonna do, I might make some sort of resistance, but
That's the thing. Now we gotta know what to do with them. I don't want to kill them. Are there pods?
you can. I mean, you haven't been there yet, but like this looks identical to the one you're in before.
Can we pod these ones too?
Makes sense. And Trevor has already had this idea as well. He's already like, get up slowly. Yes, and he's like grabbing like the blaster off her belt and like sort of giving her a quick pat down as he pulls her backwards away from the bombing seat. Cleo, you got that one?
I got her. We're almost there.
All right then. The escape pods again.
Oh yeah.
Don't move. Neither of you move. I blow her brains out.
He will too. He's a wild one.
That's. Oh wait, just escape pods. It's fine. As there's a sort of this slow progress as Trevor walking backwards and then sort of turning around and forcing her at gunpoint back down the corridor into the little garage section where, again, there do appear to be 2 escape pods.
Excellent. 2 takeaways, please.
Trevor opens it up and sort of, just indicates inside as the bomber, she just like walks straight in there, sort of nodding away.
I'm just gonna put mine in.
Just carry her there, like put her down inside, yeah?
Yeah, and then trunk it.
So you can tell like that the pilot, she's still armed, but she's like kind of like eyeing her weapon and then like looking up at the 2 of you and shaking her head like, I'm not going for it.
That's wise.
As Trevor once again sort of the door sort of shut and you're ejected out. And you have claimed another fully loaded bomb.
Yes!
Jesus.
Yes.
That's great. That's
And,
false.
well, I think we need to check out Herodotus.
Yes.
We do.
All right. Perfect.
All right, Evan, how
Kill
are you
some
going to
people.
save the day?
Yeah.
So as
question.
Cleo is blowing up
The answer's gonna blow your mind.
the 4th bomb reloading station, Herodotus is leading Laki on a grand merry chase.
Very good. Okay, fuck, we don't have that many cards to play now. It's just fucking do or die, I guess. Will I have any way to have known that other ship blew up?
We could have these guys tell you. They were
I'll call them myself. Status report, Doctor Bear.
Yes, well, here's a live feed of it.
And I'll put up a camera from the ship with
Oh,
us flying away.
lovely.
Another ship station burning in space.
Oh, Doctor, keep that in focus. I'm going to stream it over. And I get over on the horn with Larky. Bring.
Herodotus, I've got nothing more to say to you.
Then shut
Keep
up.
running.
Then shut up as I start streaming it on an open channel to everyone. What do you got to say now, Larky? You want to sacrifice even more of your tender flank? I've got
Very, very
friends,
good.
Larky, and they're closing in on you.
You know how many men I have down on that moon now?
How
Even
many
if
of
we
them are
can't-
going to have to die for you, Larky? Why don't you just surrender now? Save a little bit of that dignity.
You may have taken out some of the bombers, but we've already taken the city, and we'll take your side of the moon before you know it.
You've taken it, Larky, but can you hold it? Think about it. Ta-ta. Boop.
Damn you!
Meanwhile, morale is at an all-time low.
Yay.
Yay. We did
Where
that.
Cleo and Z are at, they can legitimately actually see the effects of this as like it looks as though some of the fighters and cruisers have actually like sort of disengaged from the fight and are just sort of like they're forming almost like a sort of like a little neutral zone off away from the fight while they try and work out what they're going to do.
Oh.
This is a call to all ships, surrender to the true imperial authority here, me, Herodotus Arthurion Mendleroth III. My claim is ironclad, and I will lead you to victory if you call me Imperator.
It's cast out into the void to perhaps in welcoming ears or perhaps dismissive ears. It's too early to tell.
Oh.
Regardless, the infuriated Laki, along with his escort, continue to chase after the personal pan as Herodotus can now actually see Zarg Castle approaching on his monitors.
All right, so I'm gonna slow the speed so that I get like just out of like effective combat range for their guns, so that they'll start taking like pot shots at me. I want them to kind of be tunnel visioned on me. Maybe I should like roll for piloting or something. So I don't.
Yeah,
fuck
give
that
me a
up.
piloting roll just to see, because you might accidentally fly too close and kind of actually get shot. You know. So
Oh
it's,
shit! All right. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Come
people.
on.
Okay, 9. It's not terrible, but it could be better.
could be better. I mean, yes, you do fail at staying out of range.
Uh-oh.
All
As you
right,
pull
well,
back a little too far, and one of the cruisers is able to take a shot at you, which it immediately does.
come on,
given the
bring-
opportunity.
Bring it, you old sea dog. Oh,
I've rolled a natural 20 here.
Oh shit!
Oh my god.
Have you got an escape pod?
We have had
I don't
more
know.
20s than anything else.
This is not fair.
It's only one of them. If it
Too
was
many.
all 7, we'd be in trouble. But one of them, he's got his sword and shields up, so it can't possibly wipe him out.
Okay, well, you never know.
We've had some dirty 20s as well. Wow, it's been a game of 20s.
Yeah, man.
Let's see what the damage is.
Let me get that damage.
14. That only wipes out half the shield.
Okay, well,
Okay,
that's not
okay.
bad.
This big ass gun just blasts, and this gun is built for hacking through shields. But
All right, well, that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
it does 14 points of damage. Your shield sort of wavers and quivers, but takes the blast.
All right. So how far away from the fortress are we?
So you legitimately, like, at the speed that you can travel, you can just whip over there in less than a minute.
Okay. Seeing as they're relatively close, I'm gonna have to try and get low to the ground first, and then as I close in, I'm going to use the speed of that like dive to go up and climb up over the castle as fast as I can.
Give me another piloting roll.
It's not good. Okay, 14.
Yay!
Okay.
14's all right.
Okay.
So Herodotus is able to sort of like make this maneuver, sort of like wailing off and then diving up above the castle. You can see like these cruisers and the landing ship are coming in behind you. The infantry ships are still sort of holding back behind because they're not particularly well armed and they could have massive loss of life if they come within range of the castle.
All right.
The cruisers, you can see like that as soon as they see the castle up ahead and see you heading for it, they all break off and sort of like start going around the castle as though they're planning to take out the guns as quickly as possible.
Oh, but I thought they thought we only had one gun.
I mean, yeah, they you told them that, but they're still like they're fanning out to try and shoot at these
All right.
things.
Dilbert! It's now or never, buddy.
And you can see as these cruisers are sort of fanning around, these guns are staying completely still. One of them is sort of like wobbling around as though it's like sort of nervously trying to follow one of them. All the others are pointing like sort of at odd angles, some of them just straight at the ground, as though they're completely dead. Dilbert is playing this like a drama student.
Off to Rada.
As you're able to make your way to the castle with relative ease, all these ships are hanging right back. Laki himself is hanging back with the transports at a safe range, but the cruisers have actually already nervously come into range of Dilbert's guns, although they're not yet within range of their own firing capabilities.
All right.
But still, Dilbert waits.
Yeah. Before Dilbert can shoot, I get on the horn with Larky.
Lucky old boy. Do you want to parley yet?
I know how many of your men you have in those ships back in the dogfight, Herodotus. You can't possibly man a defense against 7 of my cruisers.
Maybe not. Not for long anyway. But, and hear this well, men in the aforementioned cruisers, you would all go down burning, and all for Larky's pride. And what is that good for? I ask you. No, Lucky, you best surrender now, boy. I've got your queen.
Don't listen to him. Take out the towers and then we'll take the castle. I've had enough of this.
Very good. Open fire, boys. If you believe I cannot destroy the mothership with a single whisper of my dulcet voice.
What are you talking about, Herodotus? You can't take out the mothership. Even if your friends have a fully loaded bomber, I assure you, the shields are more than enough to deal with them.
Yes, but Lucky, what if the call is coming from inside the house? How did I get to the mothership, Lucky? You called me in there yourself.
What are you saying?
It's like giving candy to a baby, but the candy has been laced with C4 explosives.
Wait a second. What do you want, Herodotus?
I want you to apologize. I want you to surrender, and I want you to sign over the deed to your admiralty to me and my bloodline. Then, Lucky, I want you to be my right-hand dog.
This is preposterous. Cruisers, maintain your course. Fire upon the towers. He's bluffing. All forces, I tell you, he's bluffing. I don't want anybody. What's going on?
Oh, Dilbert! Now's a good time, my boy.
Dilbert, all of a sudden, he's been waiting to the point where these cruisers fan out to the point where there's one of them in line of each of his guns.
Also, I realized the best name for this episode would be Game of Phones.
Yes.
There's 7 of these things, and he's only got 6 guns? How many guns did he have working?
Oh, I can't remember.
Yes. So, yeah, six functional guns. But all of a sudden, the guns, they don't take time to aim. He's already done the aiming. The guns go and just snap into position with robot precision. They're not being aimed. The guns are all pointing in random directions, but then they just snap in line of each of these cruisers and fire.
Oh, and then the moment before impact, Herodotus sort of whispers into the communicator,
I'm so sorry, boys.
Oh, these little snapshots. So Dilbert snaps and he fires all shots at once. The first one strikes, the second misses, but the third strikes true. Fourth also misses, but then the final 2 strike. And all of a sudden, Larky has gone from 7 cruisers to 3.
Oh shit!
As these anti-aircraft guns just blast holes. They completely ignore the shielding as they blast holes to these cruisers, and 4 cruisers just pop as though they've just been decapitated and just fall down to the ground surrounding the castle. The 2 cruisers that were narrowly missed don't even bother trying to fire back as they just pull away.
Oh shit!
Crispy,
Yeah.
now.
And they were already in position.
Yes. Oh shit!
Yeah.
They have snuck back all the way away from the castle, and directly above the shiny, pearlescent white and gold landing ship of Larky appears a sort of a geometric, dark stealth engine, the cooking pot. It appears at the same moment as just numerous little figures, just sort of, like free fall from it. Just dropping out of these sort of big doors they have, landing, and immediately beginning to just tear holes, ripping their way into the ship.
Oh, and Crispy,
Yes, Your Majesty.
please do keep the Admiral alive for me. I want a word before you do what you do.
You don't have to tell me twice. He's valuable goods.
Very good, very good.
We gotta get something out of this. We'll extract him if we can.
Yes, the right honorable right to, exchange hostages for money. I love it. Very noble. Go on.
So, as all this has happened, word has got out that there's a bomb on the mothership.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
And From Cleo and Dr. Z's position, they can see a frenzy of transports, fighters, all sorts of ships just evacuating the mothership.
Fuck.
Okay.
What if the fucking ship flies out?
What if the ship flies out? Oh, the one.
Yeah.
That's something to be concerned about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe we should blast it.
Well, if you can.
Well, Cleo can see this, and the gears might be turning in her head. They're like, if they're taking any ship they can find.
I'm gonna radio Herry.
Over and out!
Over and out, Hair King.
Yeah. Ooh, good lord. Learn some timing, Bear. I was in the middle of another monologue. What's going on?
You see what's happening? They're unloading our payload.
Oh, good lord. I mean, you've been doing such a good job of boarding ships already. Can't you just find the right ship and take it back?
How are we gonna know which one it is?
Look for the one with the giant bomb strapped to it. You should know. You could sniff them out.
But it's inside.
Didn't you strap it under the wing? Wasn't that the whole point?
It's inside. It's in the floor.
Yeah, but-
We ain't gonna see it till we press the button.
Well, I have a lot to deal with here, and now I got to bluff as well. I'll leave it to your discretion, Bear. If you find it to be to your strategic advantage to blow these bastards out of the goddamn sky, I've given enough chances to surrender anyway. I will give them one more chance, and after that, it's up to you.
Well, all right. Over and up.
Over and sideways.
And then he goes onto the open channel.
Very well. We've had our fun. And now, for serious business. You must choose warriors of the Empire. If you wish to be heroes of the Empire, or mere lackeys to a jokester such as Larky.
Don't listen
up
to him.
your minds.
Get them back under control on the mothership. We'll work out who's turning traitor and execute anyone that you can catch. That's right. You'll all be executed if you turn traitor to the Empire. Maintain course.
Join me and be true to the Emperor, our father, who we will honor with true conquest.
And as Cleo and Z can see, like, things are like really going like crazy now. There's ships are full-blown fleeing. There's a lot of the smaller ship down equipped with a warp engine are loitering about. You can see there's like entire like sort of scores of them, just like dozens, just flying off to a random point to land on the moon, it looks like. Set up just some random little like random little camp where they can be safe.
If they're all getting up the big ship, can't you guys try and take it? I mean, if you want to be a space pirate, dude.
It's a very big ship for 2 people to take.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like
3 people.
Use the confusion. Use the confusion. Come on, you can do this.
It's more like a city than a ship. Like it's the sort of thing where like even just working out where the control is, like might be beyond their capability.
Yeah, nah, I hear you.
But meanwhile, ship after ship is ejecting, and any one of them could be containing the stone.
Yes, Cleo.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that the rats are fleeing the nest.
Cleo's kind of pensively looking around the ship and, reclining and just sort of looking at that button.
Do we really need to be blowing it now?
Do we don't?
Well, a lot of them are leaving, but I suspect Larky's most loyal men will still be taking control of that, and that is still a Terran mothership in our airspace.
All I'm saying is that it might be time for some hot soup.
Hot soup.
Just do it.
And
do
sort of
it.
like
That's
grinning and nodding. You can see Trevor is egging her on. He
Fucking do it. Come on. That's the way you
Trevor
end
is
this
like,
episode. That's the way you end this episode.
Is
You
it?
could do a big bit of
Come on. Fucking do
Oh
it.
my god, where is Boris?
I can turn the camera on so Boris can watch it with you.
Okay. I'm gonna just stand up on the bridge. I'm gonna get
Oh
up
my
out
God.
of the hot seat and get onto the bridge, and I'm just gonna kind of look at you. Things are getting serious.
Lucky, what is about to happen is on your stubborn shoulders. You do you, Cleo.
Trevor?
What could you possibly do to our mothership?
You had to ask.
Scan it. Scan the ship. There can't be anything big enough to be more than a distraction.
Trevor, fire up a video link to our people.
All right then, Cleo, let's do it your way. Trevor's like leaning on the dashboard, just pulling up this thing, like sending to all Zarg. There's Cleo's face as she's standing there on the bridge, holding the detonator.
The Bandit King sends his regards. This one's for you, Larky.
You can see, like, in the party line, Boris, he's tenting his fingers together, his eyes wide, his grin building as he's just watching the video feed. He's like,
Yes, Cleo! Yes, Cleo!
I'm gonna press that button. I'm gonna press it.
Do it.
as Cleo presses the button to detonate the stone, the huge, terrifyingly
Hot soup.
alien and experimental explosive that the only thing you really know about it is that it's big and destructive, and Boris reckons it could take out maybe half a city.
Shit.
And Cleo pressing that button, able to see all of Clan Zarg like watching all their screens, even those in the middle of like a dogfight off here, especially like Anna who helped paint it. They're all sort of like pulling away from their fight just to watch this. And Cleo pushes the button,
Oh, come on.
and there's a click.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, if you
Oh,
mess us up,
Dick,
Dick.
if you...
Oh,
It's a fucking... Just me and you, meaty.
oh no.
It's just you, me and you, meteor.
Oh shit.
And then there is silence. There is the biggest silence you've ever heard. In fact, the silence is so deafening that when you try and talk, no noise seems to come out. I was like
Holy shit.
ringing in the ears, every hair standing up on end as light just expands from where the mothership was,
Fuck.
whiting out the
Fuck.
sky.
Fuck.
Even those on Zarg Moon, the sky is whited out. Everyone
Night
is sort
turns
of like
to day.
temporarily just stunned and blinded. You can feel the shockwave even at the far side of the moon. And we will deal with the aftermath of this next week.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Oh, we did it. We fucking. Oh no. Oh, we actually did it.
We tried to do it nice and slow, but sometimes just fucking...
Man, you can't be everybody's savior, you know?
I mean, I did want to do it, you know? Like,
Yeah, and they could have given up so many times.
Wow.
Like they should have.
Wow,
People
wow,
must
wow,
know
wow,
when they're
wow, wow,
conquered.
wow. That was... I so want to see that scene of Cleo standing on the bridge with a fucking video projection going out to everyone. Oh, damn.
Who's the admiral now?
Yes.
oh, I like it. I mean, like multiple payoffs just there in one go, like one after the other. So you're like Dilbert, like just poof, and just taking out like a quick draw, like four of the
yeah. And then the
these
chef's
cruisers.
coming down.
chef's coming down, boarding Larky's personal ship.
Cleo and Trevor got the fucking other ship without any too much incident as well.
Yeah, I mean, you still got 5 big bombs if you need them. But let's be real here. Like, generally speaking, the people loyal to the people that are going to keep up this fight have been dispatched now.
Oh, they're outnumbered.
Jesus.
They're outnumbered now.
Bye.
Everyone else is just going to be like, yeah, nah, you can already, like, they're like literally like just landing and bunkering down on like an uninhabited part of the moon in the
Okay,
hopes that they can
so-
just sort of like get rescued.
So now, when we look at the map of mid-space, the places that are safe to us probably is the safest place is probably just mid-space, where we started, with where all we need to worry about is Deets and Queen Zuzu, because everywhere else there's the...
You haven't caused any trouble in Wraith space yet.
Yeah,
Okay,
everywhere
okay.
else you will be under the protection of the Bandit King. Come on, bro. How much safer could you be?
Ooh.
Oh, it's incredible.
I'm looking forward to the next one because
I
it's
think
going
it's
to be
cool how
kind of.
you don't think Wraith Space is mad at us about the egg.
Oh, that's true.
They shouldn't be mad at us.
But
We're
they
doing a
don't
good job
know
of
about
defending
it. They don't know about the egg yet, so like
They don't know about the princess who's mad.
Well, she's
Yeah.
from Midspace though, and that was like she was doing that on the sly, you know.
All right.
Mm.
Okay, we're good for now.
Yeah, she wasn't like a part of the actual sort of Wraith monarchy, despite being.
I mean, don't worry, we'll mess it up soon.
Genetically a
We'll
monarch.
figure it out. All right.
She's a
That's
monarch by
true.
birth, but not by occupation. I'm actually really looking forward to the next one because we're in
Deep
sort
water
of
now,
like
baby.
we're in territory where we got to learn what the sort of the new status quo is going to be out of this almost.
Yeah, like what? Oh my god. I can't wait to hear what Larky has to say.
Oh, good golly, my heart's up in my high places.
Your high places.
My
Yeah.
high places.
What do you mean
His
by that?
titties.
I think I was trying to say my stomach's in my throat or something, but like my heart's in my high places is what came out.
That sounds good.
I got my spleen in my eyeball where
I
my
got
brain
my
ball
appendix
used to
and
be.
my brain stem.
I
And
was
my-
very worried when like Cleo natural won that bomb.
Oh, yeah.
So was I.
Oh, I was very worried when you explained that the ship wasn't laid out the way I thought the ship was laid out. I was like,
That was also
yeah,
concerning.
I was like, oh fuck! I just assumed that there was a classic sci-fi cargo bay. I didn't realize it was going to have a whole conveyor
I feel like
belt
every
system.
now and then we have those moments where it's like, hey, we should have asked these questions.
Yeah.
And we didn't.
in that
I thought
moment,
I explained it, but like I think like I didn't explain it visually enough.
in my head, I was like, God damn it, you should just stay with the group. Why were you trying to save the ship? Like, it was such a stupid thing to do. But it worked out. It was all right. But
I mean, Z has a personal connection to the fishbowl, doesn't he? Like when he stole it, he started feeling like he was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a cool thing. It's a good collectible, but it's yeah.
All I know is that if we hadn't gotten 20s when we did,
Yes. yes.
things would be a little different.
Dick would be having his heart in his, I don't know, his B right now.
In his B. In his B.
We've had a few good roles. It's like as well like Herodotus like managing to survive his like whole like I'm gonna fly into range of these things and coax them to follow me. Like
I felt
I
like
mean,
a
could have gone
It's
quite badly.
I mean,
it's definitely a throw up for
how much-
episode.
Yeah, I mean, with as much as they like held back, I felt like it was kind of necessary.
And
yeah,
we're
they
all
definitely
here.
weren't gonna come and like into range initially, you know.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yeah, we spent all this time trying to get the Zarg people their moon back. It was probably high hopes that we ever thought that they might also be able to man a flagship as well. It's only 18 of them. So,
I mean, it does depend how many turncoats you've got though. Like leaving Larky's
That's true.
armada.
once a
'Cause, like,
turncoat, can you trust them? I mean, they're already turncoats.
But think about how many ships we're going to get now
yes, yeah.
with the
Yeah.
turncoat
Oh,
army. It's like the
yeah.
rebels in Star
With the
Wars. Like how many people
turncoat
pull up.
army, motherfucker.
Clip
Yeah,
them.
we're starting a movement, people.
Chip them all into Dilbert.
One
as well.
thinking you've got as well, like you've got all this infantry who have just been like they've been loaded down onto the moon, and now the mothership's gone. There's literally no way home for them
Oh,
until
shit.
another one comes.
Oh yeah.
So like you've got this entire like invading force down their planet side, like occupying this city with no leadership and no way out. So like that's a
Some June shit right here.
yeah,
That's
it's a
what's
tricky
happening, Rick.
position for them, and like they might well they might be quite thankful for any assistance in their troubles.
Turn the Fremen onto the next moon. Load them up. Send them that way.
Bless the Maker, bless the coming and going of him, and bless his water. And you belong here to the siege, and praise the water of life.
Wait, it's that scene, but then it's also the Terran humans actually in that scene. So they're just looking at each other like, well, it's a bit of a bother, isn't it? But I don't mind doing it since I get to be alive.
Everyone adjust your uniforms to desert style.
Epic moment of a huge army. Cameras.
Pulling off the uniforms and pulling on all their civilian t-shirts. They're the t-shirt army.
Yeah, with
T-shirt
t-shirt underwear.
army.
Yes, I actually like to wear
T-shirts
two
and underwear.
pairs.
Wow, we built this.
Yeah. Oh, it's
On
been
rock
built.
and roll.
It has been built for sure.
We built this shit.
Oh, that was great. That was great. That was
We
great.
built this shitty.
On
Shitty what?
20 rolls.
Ah! Whoa, we did though.
But really, it is going to be a throw up between the names Hot Soup or Game of Phones. I feel
of
like it's just going to have
Phones.
to be both with a slash. Hot Soup and Game of Phones.
If you're gonna do Game of Phones, I think it needs to be like needs to stand on its own because that's a good punnage.
But there's
That
so
is
many
a good
phone
one.
calls though. I feel like every time Evan did a thing, he was like, "Call this person, call this person." You know. Like,
I liked it. I liked
I mean,
the
that's
phoning.
that's the role of a region, isn't it? As
yeah,
admin, you
exactly. But it worked. It got everyone fleeing. It was attacking the psyches of everyone rather than
I
just.
feel like we got more mileage out of the bomb by scaring people with it first.
Yes. Yeah.
I liked
Setting it
that.
up and then fucking dude, the good 20 seconds where we're like, oh, for fuck's sake, Dickie has set something up. He said something 4 fucking episodes ago that is now going to be like the lead into okay, it's blowing up.
I was 100% expecting Dickie to be like, and it's a dud. Yeah, what did you
Yeah.
expect? Boris fucking found a piece of trash on the street. What did you think?
When you started like that, I was like, don't hurt me like this.
Because
Let me-
why would it be a real bomb? You know, so the
Why would it?
chances
It's-
of it
It's
being
like
a bomb.
in Joe Dirt where he thinks it's a meteor,
Exactly,
but it's
yeah.
just shit.
It's just shit. I've been just
It was a toilet tank.
yeah. Why did you expect this thing you found on the street to be a fucking city leveler bomb? But you know, it was. It's just a
Jesus
super ancient
Christ.
weapon that has been lost in battles past on the side of the street.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, they find bombs in Europe all the time from World War II and World War One. So
but they're usually bombs, though.
yeah, not meteors.
I mean, you know, if you put it under a microscope, it doesn't really make any sense that it is actually a live weapon. But it
No, they
had
do-
to be, didn't it? It had to be.
I hear it in the news here in Berlin all the time of like this area has been shut down because they found a live bomb or they found a bomb.
Really?
So
That did happen here a while ago.
yeah.
Because they find shit in the ocean all the time.
Mm.
Like, everyone, watch out, a landmine that got dropped here.
Yeah.
But nobody really does anything about it. They
Yeah.
just send the police who have no training for anything.
Some young 18-year-old dudes to go and fucking
An 18-year-old
kick
Icelandic guy from Selfos, and he's like,
Oh.
let's chuck it at a car.
it.
And that's what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
So far, it's been okay.
I mean, maybe like at some point, like they could, I can have some sort of little hint of like where it came from. That would kind of be a fun little tidbit at some point.
That'd be fun. I mean,
Oh my
hopefully it would
God,
come from the
side
war
story.
that maybe Reese was originally a part of. That whole
Reese
statue.
Senior.
Yeah, the Reese. The Reese.
I mean,
the person.
I think it has to be because that stuff is sort of so vague and so in the past that like if I'm going to tell any sort of ancient Terran history, it's got to be to do with that, doesn't it?
yeah,
Because after that statue moment, I was like, I gotta fucking know.
I gotta know.
I gotta know. I got
I gotta know.
to. Here they be, y'all. These are the patrons.
The patrons.
The official patrons of Backwater Bastards, and they are cheaper by the dungeon.
Cheaper by the dungeon.
Cheaper by the dungeon, baby.
And Lucas Duff.
Ah, Lucas Duff. Duffman Never Dies. Also, Ballad of the Seven Dice.
And Marcus Brackelman.
Broccoli Boy.
Love broccoli. And
Oh,
Fernando Garcia.
Ah,
Fernando.
Garcia Station.
Oh, Fernando.
And Eric B. Rhodes.
Eric Rhodes.
More like
Eric
Rhodes. More like Eric
Eric
Jim.
Rhodes. Eric
Eric
Rhodes.
He's out there,
Eric Rhodes.
patrolling the galaxy,
Eric Rhodes.
shooting them down.
Never giving them
Fine.
up.
Eric Rhodes.
Never gonna give.
Eric Rhodes.
Forever. And Noodle,
Noodle.
Noodle.
whose name is also Dan. The
Danude.
Abel Queen, Nicole Snyder,
Hey guys, it's Nicole.
a dang bastard.
Hey guys,
Next
it's
one
Nicole.
is Randy Lovins.
Oh, porn star Randy with that big old willy.
Whoa. Okay. That was a lot more direct than I thought we were.
Randy
Loving.
Lovins, porn star with a big old dang.
Randy, he fucks.
He fucks.
He fucks.
He fucks
He
big.
does. He does.
No, we fuck with Randy.
Yeah.
We do,
Whoa.
Yeah.
actually.
Okay. That's good.
And Ybots999.
Oh,
Why?
Wibbits.
Why? But
Why?
why?
Wibbits.
Have you
It's
brought?
not easy being green.
Why?
Women.
And Trevor
Trevor forever, you better get us out of this mess. You better
Yeah,
fly
Trevor.
the ship true.
God damn it,
Trevor.
Trevor.
Trevor, you
Trevor.
fucking
Fucking cat.
Save us, Trevor.
Trevor.
Mm.
We love you, Trevor, you spoon.
You fucking
You
space head.
spoonhead.
You spice head.
The spicy spoonhead, you.
And then Ben Tooth, the
Ah.
bridge master.
Gnomacy podcast.
Funky wee man.
Funky fucking weeman.
Funky
women.
Ben is a professional bridge troll.
Let me
One
take
of
a
those
guess.
people-
One of them
Well,
is Doff.
Daphne,
Doff.
who we
I
now
doff my hat unto thee.
I do
now
not
name
know who
Doff.
we're talking about.
Doff
That
is
is-
Daphne's new name.
Oh, nice.
she's been renamed.
Renamed.
That happens to people when they come here.
Mm-hmm.
It's how we think that Daphne is actually supposed to be
It is.
pronounced, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's pronounced Doff.
And Clayton,
Dog meat.
who
Dog
we
meat.
know as Dog Meat.
Oh, thank you, Dog
Dog
meat, for
meat.
joining us, bastards.
We
you
love you,
are a
Dog meat.
bastard.
It's like I always say, it's better with dog meat than dog shit.
Also,
Yeah, I
If you-
guess so.
if you're not in the Discord, then you need to be in there to see Dog Meat posting dad shit.
Yeah.
Dog Meat posts some dad shit, and he embarrasses his kids a lot, and it's
We
brilliant.
we actually really love
It's
that.
fucking great.
In vengeance,
We
they post
stan
baby.
embarrassment of younger generations.
Yeah.
It's the only way we can stay afloat.
Yeah.
And Shima.
Shima. Oh, Shima, how you doing? Welcome.
you
Thank
doing?
you.
How
you.
are
are
you
you
doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes,
And you are a human diamond.
I would agree. And thank you so much for being here, Shima.
Well-
Thank you for eating our hot soup.
Thank you, one and all,
Merci
for
beaucoup.
bearing with us as we
Tout le monde.
continued this escalating space battle.
Yes, thank you all for listening. Means the world.
And if you want to find out what that explosion really looks like outside of just a light in the sky, you're
You
gonna have
better
to
come
come back
back.
next week.
Yes, next week.
You
next
better
When-
come
when-
back to find out.
When
Mhm.
there's we've gone full circle. It's now literal orbital
Explode.
refuse.
It literally is.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of orbital refuse around
Yep.
around Zarg Moon for years to come.
Oh, call up Hans the Space Dragon. He can come eat it all.
Oh yeah, truth.
Hans, we need your
Clear up,
help.
crew.
Crap it out into money.
Into
Hot,
Maddie's.
fresh gold money.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. And if you want to support the show, there are many ways you could do it. Join us on the socials. Taylor is there, hugely social every day
Every day.
with the memes, the good stuff, tabletop RPG stuff.
If you don't laugh at my jokes, I'll block you.
She'll do it too, you know.
I'll report you. I'll say you said a swear
a
to
big
me.
old swear. And you can also
big
find
old
our
swear.
Discord link on our Twitter and also in the show notes. Come join us there. It's memes, it's games, it's silliness, it's fun. But then on top of that, iTunes reviews. Hugely helpful. If you could.
iTunes
them.
reviews.
Yes.
Please.
It takes many hours to make this show, but it only takes a few seconds to give us an iTunes review, and that will push us up the charts, which helps us get into the air holes of new people, which is glorious.
Then you'll have more
bigger we
people to
get, the
talk
more
about
we
your
do.
favorite
Yeah,
show.
Your favorite.
It's win-win.
Big
win-win.
time.
more
win.
bastards. More bastards. We want all the bastards.
Yeah. And then
And
still,
we
if
shall
you're-
gather them.
If you're still feeling generous after that, then we have a Patreon. Again, it's in the show notes. Your monies, your sweet monies. I mean, the price of a coffee every month. I know that's said a lot, but it's true. A
It's
fancy
true.
fruit will get you all of our extra bastard goodness.
An artisanal pear.
Yes,
And who wants that?
the price of an artisanal
When
pear.
you could have hours of this.
Yes. We have our
For
pre-game
free.
rambles. We have extra content. I mean, we just put up some isometric tokens that I've made that we use within our own games. So you can get your
Yeah,
own.
for you, the people that are patrons.
Yes.
But only you,
Only you.
not the other people that wish they were patrons.
But yeah, thanks very much, you bastards.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Well, we'll blow some more shit up next time, I guess.
We love you.
I'll fucking shank you, cat.
Thank you, Ken.
And we love you too, as we shank you.
Come back to see us do more morally upstanding things next time on the Backwater Bastards on Aspase.
Bye now.
Fare thee well, and adieu, you fair Spanish ladies.
Adieu, adieu, adieu to you and you and you.
Babu.
Ah, hot soup.
Tune in next time for another edge of your seat adventure in space with the Backwater Bastards.
If you enjoy listening, but also have eyes, check out our Instagram, where we post drawings, illustrations, character art from our adventures. Backwater_Bastards.